Hi everyone, this is Cheryl Lynn. Why did I retire at age 62? Time. It gives me time. Time to do the things I love. Time to spend with the people I love. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Retiring before you reach the age of 65, when you can reach full retirement. To me, my health is more important than the wealth. And one of the main reasons I retired at age 62 is because I was having trouble with my knees. I taught school for 29 years. 29 years of standing on concrete floors covered with a thin layer of carpet. And I wore heels in the early years, high heels. I guess I thought I had to really dress up to go to work those days. But anyway, I stood on those floors a lot when I was teaching. When you're teaching elementary school, you have to do a lot of proximity control. So I did a lot of wandering up and down the aisles, around the desks, to make sure students were on task. And the floors were hard. And even though at that time my knees didn't bother me, I'm sure it made a difference later on in life. And then I retired from teaching. And what did I do? I got a job as a bank teller. And what did I do as a bank teller? I stood on my feet on hard concrete floor that was covered with a thin layer of carpet. And by this time, my knees were bad. And so sometimes, on some days, when they would start hurting really bad, I would stand behind the teller desk and I would do exercises for them to try to make them feel better and to get through the rest of the day. So a main reason I retired at 62 was for health reasons. I also have kidney disease, and I knew I needed to take better care of myself. Drinking water is one of the things I have done since I retired. I drink a half a gallon of water a day. I couldn't do that as a teller because then I would be in the restroom all the time. So yes, I drank water, but I couldn't drink as much as I wanted. So that's another reason that I retired when I did for health reasons. It gives me time to take care of myself better. I have time to exercise. I have time to drink my water. I have time to do my exercises that strengthen my knee. And retiring younger means I get to spend more time with my grandchildren. And being younger, I'm able to enjoy it more than I might be able to as I age because I feel better. Right now, I am 8 hours away from home, taking care of my grand dogs. And some people might think it's crazy that I would travel that far to take care of my grand dogs, but I love my grand dogs, and I have taken care of them since they were young. So my son and his wife and their 1-year-old child, my grandchild, they are off on a trip. And I am here taking care of my grand dogs. One of the positives about spending time like this, though, is I get to do whatever I want, whenever I want. I have time to do it. Because I'm alone here with the dogs can be left alone for a certain amount of time. I can go out and shop. I can go out and take a walk. I can eat when I want. I can sleep when I want. I can watch whatever I want to watch on TV. So it's very relaxing time for me, and I don't mind it at all. even though I traveled 8 hours to do it. So that's why I came here. And another reason that I retired at 62 was I have time to keep my house clean. You know, you're always rushing around when you're working. You do what you can, but I never was very good at keeping everything clean and tidy. For one thing, I just didn't have the energy after I worked all day. But being retired, I have developed systems where I keep my bathroom clean, my kitchen clean, my living room clean, keep the yard picked up. And it's just been invaluable to me having that time to keep my house clean. I'm decluttering right now. I'm getting rid of things, and it feels so good to have time to do that, because things would be sitting in my basement in boxes and I didn't even have time to go down and go through them. And now I do. And every time I take a box out of the house to donate or give away, and I've sold a bunch of stuff too, every time I do that, it just feels so good. I'm like, bye, you know, get out of my house. I don't need you here anymore. So having time since I retired has allowed me to keep my house more clean and tidy, and it feels so good. Another thing I have time for is my hobbies. I've had a lot of hobbies throughout the years, and working made it hard for me to engage in my hobbies. So now that I'm retired, I can crochet, I can sew, I can work on any other craft items I want to work on, and gardening is easier. I love gardening. I have gardened vegetables, but since I've gotten older, I've just kind of slowed down and made it a smaller scale, and I mostly garden flowers, which I love flowers. I have loved flowers since I was very young. I even took courses in college on floriculture and flowers. And I think I might make a video on that later on, how to make a flower arrangement, because I learned that in college too. I have plants. There's a lot of plants in my house, and I have time to take care of them. And they do take time. I mean, you have to prune them when the leaves die. It's not just watering them. You have to make sure they have the right amount of water. Some need a lot, some don't need much. So it isn't like you can just water your plants once a week or once every 2 weeks. You have to be really careful and know when to water them. And you have to repot them. So there's a lot of work that goes with having plants. It's one of my hobbies. I love plants. And now I have time to take care of them along with all of my other hobbies. I also have time to spend with my friends. And I tried to spend time with my friends before, but it's just not the same. Now we schedule lunch, we schedule breakfast, we schedule a craft day. We might go see a movie. We do lots of things together. And I just know that that day is my friend day. And I don't have to worry about cleaning my house or cooking supper or anything else I was trying to do, because there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow, I have time. Being retired also means I have the time to go whenever I want. I love to travel, and we can go whenever we want. Someone asks us if we want to go on a trip. We check the calendar, and if we're free, yeah, sure, we can go. If we want to go on a road trip, we can just pack up and go. I don't have to ask off work. I don't have to worry about anything other than what's on my calendar that I have put there for personal reasons. So traveling is one of the main reasons that I retired at age 62. One of my very favorite things that I am able to do now that I am retired is to take time to drink my coffee. Instead of having to run off out the door on my way to work in a rush and take my coffee with me, I can sit down and enjoy 1 or 2 cups of coffee before I have to get busy in the mornings. I am 63 now. I've been going on this for about a year. I finally settled into sort of a routine, and I have no regrets. No regrets at all. Not financial regrets. Health is more important than wealth to me. So I have no financial regrets. I don't miss working. I feel like I was a good employee. I always tried to give everything 100% or 110%, but I don't miss it. What I do miss when I am working is the time to spend on these things. So I will never, ever regret retiring at age 62. And I hope that if you are trying to decide if you want to retire before 65, when you can take your full retirement, that you sit down and you write your positives and your negatives, and you decide what's most important to you. And that if you want to retire at a young age, you do it too. And always, always remember to keep on shining.